Ninja Clan, something something, here we, something something. Hello, Murakumo is here. It is finally arriving in Zero, so we're going to take a look at the new clan event. Before we do that, as always, I want to quickly run through the new cards that they added. They actually made a weird error this time around. I'm not sure why, but they forgot to add Oboro cart to the game, period. So we basically got 4 of it. So they basically forgot to add it to the event gacha. So then they were like apologizing and giving out 4 just like that. And I was like, well, that's weird. But anyway, let's run through all the cards that we have here for Murakumo. Got a page and a half basically. So we have the Evil Ferret, Forerunner. Put this unit on the bottom of your deck. If you do call a card from your hand at the end of that turn, put that unit back to your hand. So basically activating like when placed. I don't even know what you would use this for, to be honest. I know that for a fact that this is the starter you're using, the Magatsu Wind. He's the right chain starter, so when the grade 1 rides him, look at the top 7 for the grade 2 or the grade 3 Magatsus, and then add them to your hand. If you don't, then you call him out, and then his other skill is when the grade 1 that is a Magatsu Breath rides him, then you call him out too, as usual. This is the grade 3 searcher, Kamas 1, look at top 5 for grade 3. Then this is the PG, of course. Here's the grade 1 Magatsu. So his Vanguard Circle skill is when the grade 2 rides him, you basically call 2 Magatsu Gales for not even from your deck, but actually you call them from like you create them basically. So they're just created out of thin air, and then you give them boost. So that's pretty cool. And then at the end of the turn, you put one of them back into your hand, and the other one you banish. So they don't go back to the deck, but that's pretty cool because basically you get to get an extra grade 2 in your hand after that, and it basically makes you like 2 intercepts just by riding up, which is actually feels pretty strong, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like they're not messing around with Murakumo too much. Here we have a Oboro cart, 1 place Vanguard Rearguard Circle, Kamas 1, and you may select a rearguard that is not Oboro cart and call a card with the same name, and then at the end of the turn, that unit gets banished. So, if I'm not mistaken, this doesn't actually call them from the deck, but rather it just clones them out of thin air. So it's kind of like the token mechanic, but I guess that's something you can only really do in Zero. We have the Midare Edge. When the attack hits a Vanguard, you can look at the top 5 cards of your deck to add a Mandela Lord from among them and add it to your hand. The remaining cards go to the bottom of the deck. So you got Mandela Lord in here as well. We got AK Vanilla. Here we have the Night Panther. Kamas 1 to give it plus 1k. Trash. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. This is the Tamamo Booster, 11k booster, so that confirms we have Tamamo as well. When it boosts the Vanguard, if you have more cards in your hand than your opponent, plus 4k. This used to be used way back in the day. Then we have the Cursed Breath. When the attack hits a Vanguard, you may look at the top 5 cards of your deck for a Mandela Lord added to your hand, put the remaining on the bottom of your deck. Seems pretty cool, you know, just for being able to add Mandela Lords. This is Magatsu Gale, so this is the one that gets cloned from the grade 1 skill. And then when the Magatsu Storm, the grade 3, rides him, you can actually call 2 Magatsu Storms, so the grade 3s, give them boost, and at the end of the turn, put one of them into your hand, the other one gets banished. So that's pretty cool because that's the 10k booster, so basically all your attacks will be hitting for beefy numbers, because together with a grade 3, you can make even more Magatsu Storms, and therefore have a full field of Magatsu Storm that just, you know, hits for 20k plus. That's pretty cool. Then we have the very popular Fushimi. He can attack units in the back row when you ride him, so that's pretty cool. You can kill starters and stuff. 12k attacker, but loses 5k if you have a Vanguard that is not Magatsu Storm or Magatsu Gale. Then we have the 10k Vanilla here. Then we have left arrestor and right arrestor. This is right arrestor if he's in the front row right rearguard circle, and you have a left arrestor in your left rearguard circle, then he gains plus 3k power. And of course the left arrestor does the exact same thing, but flipped basically. So he has to be on the left front, the right has to be on the right front, and we'll see what they do in just a moment. Let's run through some common grade 3s. We have Musashi. So during your turn, if you have more rearguards than your opponent, gains plus 3k, but he's only 9k, so that's 12. I don't know why they went ahead with that. When he's boosted, plus 3k, so this is the 13k booster. Here we have the Tamamo, so when it attacks Vanguard Limerick 4, gain 5k, and Vanguard Circle Kamas 1, and you may call a card that is the same name as one of your rearguards at the end of the turn, banish that card. So again, you can basically just clone one of your rears. That's not even that bad for like a budget variant of the deck. Then we have the Chroma Lord, so beginning of main phase, Soul Charge 1 and Counter Charge 1. That's a pretty... Counter Charge 1? That's pretty good for Mega Blast. When the attack hits Mega Blast, Soul Blast 6, Counter Blast 4, and stand all of your units. Mr. Invincible 2.0 basically. So, oh yeah, I guess if it makes sense because it literally is Mr. Invincible, I guess, to countercharge one. Because I was like, wait, there's a Mega Blast that countercharges outside of Mr. Invincible? That sounds really strong, but okay, that's fine. Then we have Zanbacco. So Zanbacco says, at the beginning of your opponent's ride phase, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or higher, the opponent must discard one card. If they did not discard, then for the entire ride phase, the opponent cannot normal ride. So that's kind of like locking out the, basically locking them out of being able to break ride and stuff like that. So it's like good timing to release this card, I would say. But of course, you know, it's a pretty interesting effect because you can basically call the arresters down, and then it doesn't actually depend on arresters. As long as he's on the Vanguard circle, this will actually happen. So every time your opponent would want to ride a grade 3, they have to discard an additional card. This seems pretty damn good, simply because it's like, you know, we're in a break ride meta, and so most decks want to ride grade 3s at least twice, and so basically, you know, making it so that when they want to break ride, they have to discard an additional card seems alright. I don't know if it's like the best grade 3 choice, but it's decent. Moving on, we've mentioned him a lot, Mandela Lord. So when he is attacked on Vanguard Circle, being +1 and Persona Blast, for that battle, the attacking unit loses 10k power. So it's basically like Shirayuki, but a softer version, but still, you know, very defensive deck. But you know, when you have so many defensive mechanics, how are you going to bring the offense? Because looking at the rear so far, they don't do much offensively to push the game. Rather, this like stalls out, but you gotta stall out into something, right? So let's see what we can stall out into. Of course, to help us stall, we also have Shirayuki. We covered it already last week, but Limit Break 4 when she's attacked, Counterblast 1, and Persona Blast. For that battle, the attacking unit loses 20k power. So she also has a second skill where when you ride her, you make Counterblast 2 and call a Shirayuki to rearguard circle from nothing. So again, just created. And at the end of that turn, put it back to your hand. So this one doesn't get banished, this one gets added to your hand. So you can then use that Limit Break next turn, which is pretty cool. Then, of course, you know, we were talking about bringing the offense. What brings the offense? It's Magatsu Storm. Magatsu Storm is part of the right chain, so he gains 1k when you have the grade 2 in the soul. And he has Limit Break 4 skill, Kanamas 2. For that turn, gain plus 3k power and call 2 Magatsu Storms. Again, out of thin air. You don't call them from the deck. You give them boost, and at the end of the turn, put one of them into your hand, and the other one gets banished. So this is pretty cool because when you ride him on top of the grade 2, he creates 2 Magatsu Storms. Then you use his skill to create another 2. At the end of turn, they both resolve, so you take 2 Magatsu Storms into hand, and 2 get banished. The next turn rolls around, you can call those 2 Magatsu Storms to the back, use Magatsu Storm's Vanguard ability again to call another 2 to the front, and then you basically still have the 20k power columns. So that's actually really cool. I like that a lot. That seems pretty strong. On top of that, he has another skill. Vanguard Circle when he attacks, Combos 1 and Persona Blast, so you're adding a lot of Magatsu Storm, so I think that Persona Blast is going to be popping off pretty often. Persona Blast, and then you may call a Magatsu named card from your hand. So whether that's the grade 2 or the grade 3 Magatsu Storm, that's pretty damn good. Like, that actually is a pretty cool effect. I feel like Murakumo is actually not that bad. Like, it's actually not that bad. Like, this genuinely, I mean, they're missing some things. They don't even have a break ride, which is a bit unfortunate. They don't get one for until oh yeah, wait, they're keeping it. Never mind, I know why they're not releasing the break ride yet. They're gonna do a wave 2 Murakumo probably in a couple months. But even in wave 1, Magatsu Storm sounds real strong. Like, you can play Magatsu Storm, you can play some defensive mechanics, you can finish it up with Zanbacco. Zanbacco doesn't need the arresters anymore, so you can just literally have, like, your opponent discard more until you're ready to bring the heat with a Magatsu Storm, or like just have a backup ride. This seems pretty decent, so good job, Game Studio. You actually made Murakumo look better than I thought. You actually made Murakumo look not half bad. You know, this actually looks pretty decent. Alright, but let's see what actually is happening in the event. Of course, keep in mind your dailies. Don't forget your dailies. Get your double rare materials. Get those. This time apparently it's like ultra rare. Oh no, it's monthly Vanguard. So in Japan, they have a monthly magazine called Monthly Vanguard, and so basically it reveals a lot of cards and stuff, and so it's kind of cute actually. But anyway, let's get into it. Hello, welcome. Oh yeah? Oh, you're all here today, aren't you? Yes, Shingo-san and Shingo and the others are all, you know, we're all here together. I was like, it's nice to see you have like the school club feeling. Ah, so this is Card Capital. She's like, Shingo, you're making a big deal out of this. Oh no, nothing like that. But yeah, so of course he's quite obsessed with the fact that this is where Team Q4, you know, grew as a team. And so he's like, oh, this is, you know, Kamui, he's like, oh yeah, come to me at full power, you know, let's go for a fight. Of course, Kamui-kun. Oh, Aichi and Kamui, do your best. He's like, oh, please wait. Well, Shingo-kun, what happened? ただファイトするだけではいつもと同じなのです. He's like, oh, just fighting like usual is the same as always. So he's like, let's do something special. I was like, what do you want to do? Fu. He's like, oh, you're creepy. What are you doing? And he's like, I want to test out a new... Oh, he wants to like get a new deck. So Shinsan is like, okay, yeah, sure, that's fine. He's like, go ahead. He's gonna borrow a deck here. So what are you gonna do with that deck? Okay, he's talking shit about Naoki as usual. They're just bantering as usual. And he's like, so he's gonna put these in the same deck holder. So he's like, alright, Tsupari Monoki, shuffle this. That's what he calls Naoki. And he's like, oh, but if I do that, like, you're not gonna know what's going on. Because he's like trying to like shuffle several decks together, I think. He's like, oh, Naoki, let's just do what Shingo is saying. Oh my god, this is looking like a mess. He's like, is this okay, you? Alright, everyone, so now, everyone select the deck from these ones. I see, so that's what it is. What is it? What is it? Naoki's like, am I the only one that doesn't understand what's going on? To be honest, I'm also not. Kamui's also like, I'm pretty confused too. It's like, yeah, me too. Alright, so this is called a random fight. Random fight? Okay, so what are they, just mixing cards and just playing with random decks? Oh yeah, it looks like that. So they're not like, you know, they're not playing like a clan-based deck. They're just like mixing all the cards together and just making decks out of it. But then imagine somebody ends up with like, you know, 50 trigger deck and then the other one is just like 0. Alright, so they're just explaining the way it's gonna go basically. Alright, and they're just getting riled up and fighting as usual, so I'm not gonna not gonna bother with this too much. Alright, so they're getting riled up. And now Misaki's like, shut up, stop with your eternal bitter like bantering. It's like you're being an intrusion, like a nuisance to the other customers here. Alright, so everyone, are you ready to try random fight? It sounds like it's fun, so let's give it a try. Alright, everyone, select your decks. I'm gonna go with this one. I'll go with this one. Yeah, everyone just selecting theirs. I'm gonna just skip around. Alright, let's begin the fights. It's like, oh, I've never used this clan, but is that okay? Amy, what clan did you get? Spike Brothers. Oh wait, so it's not mixed with clans. It's just like they just mixed up decks so that they can learn different decks, I guess. Oh my god, he's saying like he's learned about all the clans in the monthly Vanguard magazine. Best way to plug your own products, Bushiro. Good job. If there's something you don't understand, just ask me. Thank you so much. Isn't that great, Emmy? Alright, let's begin the fight. Is that... Okay, that's the start of the event. That's what we're rolling with. Okay. This is an interesting, you know, way to... I don't even know what they're going for. Like, plug your own brand? Plug your own, like, magazine? I guess that's what it is. Oh, man. It's pretty funny. Alright, so... I'm doing this a bit late because work has been very busy today, but as a result I have more tickets to roll for. But of course first I'm going to go through and clear all these fights, get to the very hard, run through that real quick. Oh sorry, gotta select my Jewel Knights. Run through the quick fights and then get to the very hard. We'll go through that and then we'll roll some packs. Alright, so we're ready now to take on very hard. Gonna continue with my trusted Jewel Knights. They've been doing me quite well so far. You know, I really like the build I made. I feel like maybe some ratios can be thrown around a little bit on the grade 1 slots, but overall it's, you know, it feels good. It feels real good. So yeah, we're gonna run against Shingo. So far from the other difficulties, it seems like he just like rides Mandela Lord and passes. So it feels pretty good. You can kind of cheese him with that in mind. Alright, so let's see how this fight goes. Alright, we get the grade 1 ride here, get the self damager in case we need to Salome early or something. We get the other grade 2 right, so we can call this to the back and basically get thingy out. And yeah. Alright, Oboro cart. The card that was forgotten to be added into the, you know, into the actual, like, event gacha at first. So they had to, like, give it to, like, they basically have to gift it in the gift box and apologize for it. We didn't get any compensation gems or anything for it, but I mean, it's okay. You're forgiven, Game Studio. Alright, so we got a double. What's her name again? Tracy? Not Tracy. She's Tilda. We get the double Tilda. Slap that in the back. Check a crit here. Bonk. Never mind. And then basically next turn when I ride, I can count almost 2 to actually get both Tildas off. Get double grade 1 on the board. Pretty strong. Alright, so. Ooh, the Fushimi. He can actually attack my back row. Oh, that's actually. That might be the tech. If he doesn't attack into my. I hope he attacks Vanguard. You know, trust your AI spirit. Good. Rips the stand as well. Luckily, it doesn't really mean much, but double intercept is kind of yikes. It's kind of yikes. Alright, we go to 3. Nothing else hits, so I can actually ride Ashley pretty safely. Double self-damager, though. Alright, go into the Ashley there. And then use double Tilda. I guess I can filter these grade 1s out. Maybe draw into an intercept or something for later. So let's use the Prismy here. We can filter deck first for the grade 1s. So filter first and then discard and draw. Hopefully into a grade 2 or something. Alright. Bop that in. Draw the heal. Of course. Amazing. Alright. Let's hopefully though check a crit or something. That way we can push him to 3 earlier. This is very hard, so I mean I'm hoping to finish the game on 4 damage or less, but if I don't, you know, I won't get my 2 packs to open. Oh my god, the crit was right there. The crit was right there, but we didn't hit it. Alright, at least he whiffs a heal. Damn, I haven't seen heals on any of the other difficulties yet. But I mean, I'll take it. Alright. Mandela Lord with the catchphrase, but no animation. Understandable, have a nice day. His, like, line for when he calls a rear guard is, like, mad long. He calls his rear guards Riagado-sama. Like, he's being polite to his rear guards. Like, I mean, while some of us might find that a little bit over the top, at least, you know, it's cute. It's kind of sweet. Alright, my 1 of Palamedes, my 4th crit. Oh no, I guess I still have 1 in deck. Anyway. She does look good though. She does look good though. Definitely very nice. Alright, here we go. Use the Prismy to discard 1, draw 1 into a grade 2. Oh my god, it keeps being the heal. It keeps being the heal. But that's okay. I'm not gonna use that, that's fine. I guess we're just gonna kill him. Feels like a weird sentence to say, but we gotta. Alright, we gotta swing here for 17, and then it's gonna be. Oh my god, he had it! He had the Mandala Lord! Oh my god. Yo, I need to actually check my crit to win? Bruh, that's. Whoa, okay, I didn't expect that. He actually had the Mandala Lord? He actually had the Mandala Lord? Damn, okay. Okay, Shingo. I don't think I'm gonna lose, but I actually don't have PGs in hand. I might just lose too. Damn, okay. Damn, okay. Okay, Mandala Lord. What the hell? Coming in. Truly coming in. We gotta bop that draw into PG here. Nope. Wow, okay. Actually outplayed. Gets another Mandala Lord for next turn in case I 6 damage heal here. Which could happen. God damn, Mandala Lord. Mandala Lord coming in here. Damn, okay. 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 We try again. Let's give it a little push. Give it a nice earnest lift. Okay, he ain't got it. Good. Good. Very good. No heals, please. Thank you. Alright. Didn't manage to heal down to 4, but we did get it. Alright. We got that sorted. So now, let's open up. We have 11 packs here. Sadly didn't get the last 2 from the very hard, but I'll get that on my own later on. For now, let's crack these open. Hopefully, see a Shirayuki or some, honestly, Mandela Lords. Shirayuki I can go without, but Mandela Lord is actually spicy. Like, Mandela Lord is actually real good. Okay, we got the, oh, not Mandela Lord, sorry. Not Mandela Lord. Magatsu Storm. Magatsu Storm. Speaking of Mandela Lord, though, we got the Searcher. The grade 2 one. Alright, let's crack these 10. And hopefully, get the Magatsu Storm. that's honestly the... It's genuinely a really good card. Genuinely looking like a really good card. Alright, double. Come on. Literally the entirety of the Spikes one, I didn't get a single bad end. Okay, Mandela Lord came though. That's the good budget build. The entire Spikes event, I did not get a single bad end. Normally pulled, I had to craft 2 and that's all I could do. So I can't even like build the OP decks. Whoa, we got SPPG. That's kind of nice. Looks pretty decent. Oh, okay, we got 3 of the Mandala Searchers now. +1 Mandala. I guess that's something. Got a bunch of nothing. Some more nothing. I mean, this is only the first 11 packs. Although some people finish decks off the first 11 packs, but looks like this won't be the case for me today. Alright, last pack. No, second last. Second last coming up. Oh yeah, Murakumo. Jesus, not Nomitama. Goes to show that even for me, it's easy to mix up. Alright, looks like a whole bunch of nothing. Got a couple doubles. But this one looks pretty good. This is a good looking SP. You can appreciate the art some more. But yeah. Alright, so that's gonna be it for this clan event for Murakumo. Looking pretty good. Review the cards at the start. I'm actually quite impressed with what the clan has to offer. So, you know, looks like a pretty good future. Plus, you know, the reverse, Hyakuvogue reverse and the break ride will probably come afterwards. So that's gonna be pretty hype in its own right. Of course, you get some packs out of this too. But yeah, on that note, that's gonna be it for me today. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.